Turkey claims to be supporting Gaza, but at the same time they seem to be supporting Israel. Everyone's asking about this, so I'm going to explain what Turkey seems to be doing. So this starts with Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan is Israel's largest supplier of oil, and they make up about 40% of Israel's oil imports. Now obviously Israel needs this oil, and without this oil they wouldn't be able to continue their war on Gaza, and they would be forced to stop. And coincidentally, this oil is delivered to Israel through pipes. And those oil pipes go directly through Turkey. And obviously that's making people ask that if Turkey really supports Gaza, like they say they do, how come they don't cut off these oil pipes, which would force Israel to stop their war? Now I'll save all of the explaining, but there's really two reasons why Turkey wouldn't do this. The first point, the unlikely option, is that this would really annoy Israel and Azerbaijan. And there's always the possibility that Turkey would be dragged into a war with them. Although, as I said, that's very unlikely. But the second reason, which makes far more sense, is that Turkey actually makes billions of dollars every year by allowing this oil to flow through their country and into Israel. To add to the first point though, Turkey is actually one of the largest suppliers of humanitarian aid to Gaza. In fact, they've delivered over 100,000 tons of aid, which is over 25 times what the UK has delivered. And on top of that, Turkey also ended all trade with Israel, and they've also ended all the relations. They did that ages ago. So Turkey is definitely not afraid of Israel, like the first point would suggest they were. And so unless there's things that would physically stop Turkey from cutting off these oil pipes, it seems that Turkey is choosing the money over stopping the oil, which would stop the war in Gaza. Anyways, as usual, you can leave me a follow for some more global news like this. I want to say though, this video isn't being biased. In fact, in these videos, I'm always unbiased. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy that Israel says they support Gaza in public, but in reality, things seem to be quite different. But anyways, I'll see you in the next video.